Welcome back. This video is the continuation of the summary and analysis of Still Arise by Maya Angelou. Now let's go to the themes of the poem. The first theme of the poem is the theme of confidence. The persona expresses unshakable confidence as she challenges racial oppression with her self-assurance. These lines, "Does my sassiness upset you? And I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room," portrays her inner worth and self-worth. It is worthy to note that her confidence is not arrogance. It is a declaration of dignity. Her tone is unapologetic. She asserts that her joy and self-worth do not depend on what her haters think of her. The theme of oppression. The poem confronts historical and systemic oppression, particularly racism and sexism. She makes reference to the distortion of the black history using the following lines. "You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies." She speaks for generations who endured slavery, segregation, and violence, yet refused to be silenced. Her writing becomes a metaphor for overcoming centuries of marginalization. Through the force of oppression, as a result of oppression, our forefathers have endured slavery, segregation, torture, but she, as progeny, refused to be silenced like her forefathers. So arising has become a metaphor for the years upon years of slavery and marginalization of the black people. Let's go to the third theme, the theme of defiance. The theme of defiance is obvious throughout the poem. Angelou uses rhetorical questions like, "Did you want to see me broken?" to mock the expectations of her haters. Because they want her to be sad. Of course, she now asks them, "Do you want to see me sad?" She uses these rhetorical questions to mock them. "Oh, you want me to be sad, but I'm never going to be sad." Her repeat of the phrase, "still arise," is a bold refusal to be diminished. That particular phrase, that particular expression, "still arise," means no matter what, look at the word still, that is still yet, no matter all the evil you have against me, I'm going to rise. Still arise. That expression is a bold refusal to be diminished. This defiance is not just personal, it is political, and it challenges the oppressive norms of the white. The fourth theme is the theme of resilience. Resilience is obvious in the personal tone. She compares her strength to natural forces, just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides. This emphasizes that arising is certain and inevitable. Despite being shot with words or caught with eyes, she rises again and again. Her resilience is both personal and collective. It represents the ancestral survivor and the enduring spirit of the black race. So the theme of resilience is obvious from the tone. And using this expression, just like the moons and like the suns, it means no one can stop the moon and the suns from rising every morning and every evening. Just that way, no one can stop her from rising. Just like the moon, just like the sun. No one can stop the tides of the sea, just as the way no one would be able to stop her from rising. Even though you shot her with words, you caught her with your eyes, again, she's still going to rise. So she's resilient. They want to put her down, but she resiliently says, "I'm going to stand up." They want to see her fall. She resiliently says, "I'm going to rise." They want to see her cry. She resiliently tells them, "I'm going to be happy." They want to see her poor. She resiliently tells them, "I'm going to be wealthy." So the theme of resilience is obvious throughout the poem. Let's go to number 5, the theme of pride. The poet celebrates pride in identity, heritage, and self. She asks, "Does my haughtiness offend you?" and laughs like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. She equates her joy and confidence with richness. This is true. We can see that with how she compares herself, like I've got gold mines. She has this pride, the pride to stay above all hatred, all oppression. And that is why she equates her confidence with wealth, with richness. Her pride is a form of resistance to the prejudices and oppression of the white. She rejects shame and confidently celebrates her beauty, sexuality, and heritage. She proudly honors her lineage by declaring, "I am the dream and the hope of the slave." Let's go to literary devices. Metaphor. Comparison of two totally different things without the use of as and like. Number 1, you may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness. These verbs, shoot, cut, and kill, are metaphorical. How? Look at the sentence. You may shoot me with your words. It means she's comparing their words to a gun, just as you shoot a gun. Whenever they talk, it's like the words that are coming out from their mouth are like bullets. That is the implication of the verb shoot. You may cut me with your eyes. They look at us scornfully, disdainfully. Their eyes, they are gazing. It's like a sharp object cutting through her. You may kill me with your hatefulness. So their hatefulness is like something that kills. These verbs, shoot, cut, and kill, are metaphorical. The second one is oil wells in line 7, gold mines in line 19, and diamonds in line 27. They are all metaphorical. Oil well, gold mines, and diamonds, they all symbolize wealth. They are all metaphor for wealth. Let's go to 3. Out of the hearts of history's shame. That heart is metaphor because heart symbolizes poverty. Heart here, H-U-T-S, is a metaphor for poverty. In those days when the slave masters sleep in their mansion, in their cozy rooms, the slaves sleep in the huts. Number 4, I am a black ocean. This is a direct metaphor. I am a black ocean. Then the last one, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. All these are metaphorical. Then the next one is simile. The first example of simile is, but still, like dust, I rise. Here she compares herself with dust. So whenever you raise the dust is going to rise. We have a good number of simile in the poem. That is the first one. This is the second one. Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Here, she compares the way she walks like somebody who is very rich, like someone who has oil well in her living room. She walks majestically. She walks with confidence. The third simile is just like moons and like suns. Now she compares herself to the moons and to the suns. Because there is no way the moon and the sun will not rise. Just as it is sure for the moon and the sun to rise, she will rise. Just like the moons and the suns shows how certain, how sure is it for her to rise. It is sure for the moon to rise. It is sure for the sun to rise. Every morning the sun rises. Every evening the moon rises. No one will be able to stop the sun. No one is able to stop the moon. The certainty. Here she is expressing the certainty of her rising. Just like hope springing high. This also shows the certainty of her rising. Because I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. This is also another simile depicting how wealthy she sees herself. That I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs. This one too, she dances like someone who has diamond in between her thighs. Let's go to the next one, which is rhetorical questions. We have a lot of rhetorical questions in the poem. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Did you want to see me broken? Does my haughtiness offend you? Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? All of these are rhetorical questions. The aim of these questions is not to get answers for them, but to push into the psyche of the oppressors that this is what I am. The next device is symbolism. The first one is the pronoun you. You in the poem is symbolic because it represents the white racist. You in this poem is used to address the white racist. The second one, moon and suns, just like we discussed moon and sun under simile and metaphor. Yes, moon and sun are symbolic because they are used to represent the assurance of arising. The moons and the suns, they are in plural form. They are pluralized because they represent the daily cycle of night and day. Every night, every day. The sun and the moon rise every day. Hearts is symbolic. It represents poverty, historical oppression, shame endured by the black slaves. Ocean in line 33 symbolizes depth. The ocean is deep, is wide. So it represents depth, it represents vastness and the power of the black race. Let's go to the next device, parallelism. Stanza 6 is an example of parallelism. What is parallelism? Parallelism is the repetition of the same structure, the same grammatical structure in poetry. Let's look at stanza 6. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness. The repetition of the same structure. If you want to label these three lines, you are going to label them the same way. We have the S, V, O, A. S for subject, V for the verb, that is the modal and the main verb. O is the object. Then the A is the prepositional phrase. Take note that this prepositional phrase performs adverbial function. Let's go to the next one. The next one is euphemism. Euphemism is a figure of speech in which a bad, unpleasant, or offensive idea is expressed in a pleasant way to sound acceptable or modest. If something is offensive, but you are trying to make it less offensive, and we can find that when the persona says, at the meeting of my thighs. Look at the human body. The two thighs, where do they meet? So at the meeting of my thighs is a euphemism for the persona's private parts. We all know that that word is inappropriate and explicit, so I don't want to mention it. Imagery. Some expressions evoke mental pictures in the poem. You may trod me in the very dirt, line 3. This expression evokes the image of humiliation and oppression. It brings to mind the image of someone who is covered in mud, in dirt. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling. This expression brings the visual image of the vastness, how big and wide the ocean is, and the movement of the waves of the ocean. There is alliteration in the poem, that is the repetition of the same or related consonant sounds. Line 1, cause I laugh like I've got gold mines. Laugh like LL, alliterate. Got gold, G. That is the letter G, is giving us the G sound. The got and gold, the G sound alliterates in line 19. In line 21 also, you may shoot me with your words. You alliterate with your, then may alliterate with me. The same thing happens in line 22 and line 23, where you alliterate with your, may alliterate with me. Then in line 27, dance like I've got diamonds. Dance, the letter D in dance, and the letter D in diamonds. Then past rooted in pain. In line 31, the letter P in past and the letter P in pain. Then gifts that my ancestors gave. The letter G in gift and the letter G in gave. Alliterates. That is in line 39. Then we have enjambment. Enjambment happens in poetry when a sentence does not finish in one line. The sentence extends to the following line. Yes, we can find that in lines 1 and 2. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You can see the first line is, you may write me down in history, but the sentence does not finish in the first line. It continues in the second line with your bitter, twisted lies. So that's an example of enjambment. Line 7 and 8, because I've walked like I've got oil wells, the sentence does not finish. It continues in the following line, pumping in my living room. This is an enjambment. Whenever a sentence does not finish in one line, the sentence continues in the second line. This is what we call enjambment. We have a good number of enjambment in the poem. Let's go to the next one, which is assonance. This is the repetition of the same or closely related vowel sounds. Why are you beset with gloom? The long U sound in you and the U sound in gloom. That's assonance. Cause I walk like I've got oil wells. The all sound in cause, in walk, in got, in oil. They are closely related sounds. Weakened by my soulful cries. The I diphthong in by, in my, in cries. You may shoot me with your words. You who sound in you, who sound in shoot. They are alliteration. Does my sexiness upset you? The S sound in sexiness, the S sound in upset. Then line 27, got diamonds. All sound in got, all sound in diamonds. That's assonance. This is going to be all as far as this video is concerned. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, if you have a particular topic or aspect you want me to cover, or you have a question for me as far as this poem is concerned, send messages to me or drop it in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer your questions and at least hear feedback from you. Thank you for joining me on the channel. See you another time. Bye-bye.